First name is Hal, last name is Rooney, R-O-O-N-E-Y.
Start at the top. Tell us when you got the call and what you saw when you got here.
I wasn't actually the first unit on scene, but when the first crews got here, they saw smoke in the area. Our report was that there was potential fire on the roof. This was reported by workers who were on site at the time. We advanced up and we found fire underneath one of the air conditioning units, HVAC units on the roof. And so crews advanced up to the second floor to get to the seat of the fire. And our biggest issue right now is just evacuating smoke out of it. We pretty much have a knockdown on it at this time. And so we're just trying to get the smoke out of the building, as well as salvage and overhaul operations on the bottom floor.
Was there anybody inside at the time, or do you think this was an electrical
I don't believe
issue?
so. I haven't, I know everybody's out of the building at this time. At the time of arrival, I'm not sure if we had anybody inside.
Nobody hurt? None of your firefighters hurt?
No.
How long did it take and how many firefighters in all? Seems like there's a lot of you here.
Right now we have a third alarm assignment up here, which we brought in so that we can handle rotation of the crews as we continue to ventilate the building.
And what does that mean, a third alarm? How many firefighters is that? How many engines?
You're looking at roughly 66 firefighters or so.
What is the fact that it started under the HVAC? Does that tell you anything?
Yes, it lets us know that it might have been an electrical issue, might have been a gas issue, because they were working on those units, we believe. I haven't been able to confirm that, but it was reported by workers at the scene.
So it means there were people inside.
There was people at least on the building working on those units, perhaps.
And also, would it have been worse if it was on top of the roof outside? Because you said at first you were concerned that it was on the roof.
Well, anytime that we see something like that, we're concerned, is it an exterior fire, is it an interior fire? And so we got to get underneath that and get into the ceiling area to make sure we get to the seat of it.
So what floor was it on? I'm sorry, was it on the top floor of the building?
Top floor of the building. That's why we had crews on the second floor trying to get to the bottom of it, and then crews also on the top extinction.
It's a 3-story or a 2-story?
This building here is a 2-story.
Okay.
Is it worse that it's inside or out? Does it make a difference?
Well, it does. If it's inside, it could spread much faster than if it's on top of the roof, and harder to get to, obviously.
What was the firefighting effort like? You were talking earlier about the pokers and what the firefighters had to do. How tough was it to get this fire out? How long did it take?
It took a little while because we had to locate exactly where the fire was at. The exterior crews were the first ones to actually locate it, and then it's a matter of coordinating those interior crews so they can get to the seat of it.
Was it difficult to get to?
I think so. Anytime you have a building that's occupied with a lot of office spaces and things like that, drop ceiling, you have to breach that area to get your hose lines to the seat of the fire.
Is there a lot of damage in there? Does it look like?
You know, I haven't actually been in there. Biggest concern is with us flowing water on the second floor. We have obviously the water on the first floor, so we're trying to salvage and protect all the property inside.
And you said how long did it take to get the fire out?
You know, I don't have exact numbers on that. From the time of arrival to time of extinguishment, I think our total time on scene now is a little over an hour. And they got a pretty good knockdown on it, probably a good half hour ago.
Do you know what Apple does in this building at all?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't.
When you say it was under an air conditioning unit, was it
That's what we believe.
In an office area or in a storage area or in a closet area?
You know, I don't know the specifics on the inside of the building, so I can't answer that.
And you said workers were working on it?
We believe workers were in the building working on it.
Or just working?
They could have been working on an electrical system or a gas line. We really don't know. I just know that it was phoned in by workers who were on site.
Was the air conditioning unit on the roof then?
Yeah, the HVAC system, yes it was.
Because we saw the scaffolding on the outside, so did you have workers climbing that or anything about?
I don't know anything about the scaffolding.
On the back
I didn't see
side
that.
of the building.
Yeah, I haven't been over there, so I don't know.
Do you know whether it was Apple workers who called it in or contractors?
You know, I don't know. I don't know.
You mentioned something about welders that might have been working here today.
That's what we were thinking they might have been doing, but I can't confirm that yet. I'm still trying to get information myself.
How much dollar value on the damage?
I don't have an estimate on that because I don't know the extent of it at this point.
And have you been inside? How much water damage is
I
there?
haven't. I just heard that we're doing an extensive operation on the first floor.
Do you know what kind of work they do here?
I don't.
Would you say there's more water damage than fire damage?
I couldn't assess that at this point.
When do you think the salvage will be completed?
You know, I don't know that yet either. I have to go in there and take a look at it, how much we have. And we have a lot of crews in there right now that are doing that.
Still smoke inside the building?
There is still smoke. That's the biggest concern. We're trying to get the smoke out so we can get a better assessment of it.
First and second floors?
I believe so, primarily on the second floor.
Do you know how long your crews will be out here with the hot spots and whatnot?
Until we have this thing where it's we can turn it over to the occupants.
Okay.
So what it takes.
A couple more hours at least?
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.